Okay, good. Can you guys all see me?
Mhm.
Okay, good. I think that we're good. Oh darn, it's a little delayed. See, this was what happened last time. I do not know how to I do not know how to do this. It is very much delayed for me on my end. Ah, hold on one second, guys. Oh, I know what to do. I know exactly what to do. 1 second. Let's mute that. Hold on. Let's go here. 1 second, guys. Okay, good. Can you guys hear me? I figured it out. All right, good evening, everyone. We are live. And I'd love to believe that I'm a techie. I swear I am. In some other life, I am a techie. Don't tell me I'm not a techie. Actually, I am a techie because I worked that out. You see what I did there? Okay, I was having a little technical problems, but I worked that out. Good evening, everyone. I am your coach, Coach Jossie. I'm super, super happy to be here. Wednesdays is truly one of my favorite nights of the week because I get to be with these amazing actors. We are so ready to be dropped in this evening. If you want to learn more about Respect for Acting Academy and how to become a tribe member, you came to the right place. What you'll need to do is go to respectforactingacademy.com, and you can sign up. The first week of every month is always the new session. And so the new session starts next week. If you want to join us, we would love to have you and welcome you into the tribe. This is a safe place for actors to come in and work and not be afraid to fail forward. If you do not have a safe place to work, there is no way to see what you are capable of and the greatness that is inside of you, actors. So make sure, if not me, that you have a safe place to go and work on your craft. I'd be more than elated to be your acting coach. I actually love actors. I love what I do. I'm so blessed to do it. But without further ado, this month we have had the pleasure of having talent manager Versa Manos with us. If we can give her a nice welcome this evening. This is her first time on
Thank
with us.
you.
Yes, live. And so I kind of want to just to read a little bit about Versa, her background. So Versa is a Los Angeles-based talent manager and owner of Gorgeous Media Group. She brings years of entertainment and media experience to a roster of clients, which include actors, writers, directors, and musicians. She is heavily invested in the industry, serving as executive member of Film Independent, Women in Film, Hollywood Radio and Television Society, and American Film Institute. She previously served as the president of Talent Managers Association. So again, if we can welcome Miss Manos to Respect for Acting
Thank
Academy.
you.
Yes, we're so happy to have you, sweetheart. I am not going to keep you a minute longer. We're going to go ahead and drop in. So those of you who are out there that are watching, so the actors were given a scene by Versa. And every week they start off doing it as their first audition. Then they got a call back and then a producer session. And ultimately this evening, which is if they were going live for the network, for example. And nowadays we know most auditions are being done via Zoom, just like this. Okay, so the actors are in sort of as real time as possible. So we are going to, yep, we're going to keep the order the same, Rob. So you're good to go. So the actors do know what order they're in. Sometimes when you're in audition, you don't know. Sometimes when you're in the Zoom, you don't know what order you're in. You're just kind of getting instructions to stand by because there are other actors before you. In this case, the actors do know when they're in and what order they're in. Okay. And so that's it. Actors, can you just say hi to everyone out there? Okay. Actors, do not wait for me to call you. You know the order you're in. So as soon as the actor is off, go ahead and pop on in so we can kind of move. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Once the couple's finished, then we're going to hold because Versa is going to give them some notes. Okay. So until Versa is done, then you can pop back in and maybe I'll just have you pop back in at that point. Okay. So just kind of go with the flow. Okay. So, Versa, have you figured out how to turn your camera off?
I certainly have.
There you see how God works, Versa? You see how that happens? Don't tell me.
Great blessings.
Absolutely. Now I just have to figure out how to turn mine off. How about that? Okay, make sure you're muted, Versa.
Excellent.
Yeah, make sure you're muted. Make sure everybody's muted. Okay. And so we are going to, let me make sure that I have everybody off because I do think I'm supposed to do something else. Hold on, let me just double check, guys. Hang in there. Okay, this is all that technical stuff that I'm into. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good to go. I think everybody's off. Everybody's camera's off. All right, here we go. Tiffany, Michelle, and Siobhan up first.
Okay. Yes, you try it and you will be hearing from my lawyer. Yes. No.
He was so dreamy, Siobhan. Did you see his?
I'll call you back.
Sorry. Maybe I should have knocked. Do you like knocking? Is knocking okay, or is that too intrusive?
Oh, excuse me. Who are you?
Oh, Paloma.
Paloma. Okay, how can I help you?
Well, actually, it kind of works the other way around. I'm your assistant.
No. No. I don't need an assistant.
Everybody needs an assist every once in a while. No?
No, and thank you. Thank you very much. Excuse me, I can arrange my own pens.
How do you take your coffee?
I make it myself.
You know, I trained at Starbucks for 2 weeks under the finest barista. It's a prereq for all B3 assistants, but I can make you anything you want. Latte, Americano, cappuccino.
No, just plain coffee, and I don't need your help.
Good. Okay, what about sweeteners? What's your ideal ratio of coffee to skim?
Paloma.
Skim low-fat mix?
I take it black, okay? And I don't need your help. I can make it myself. Okay, get back over there. Where were we? Yes. You? Uh-huh. No.
I should just go. You know. Look. I graduated from Northwestern summa cum laude with a BA in English. It's not my great pleasure to get coffee for you or anybody else for that matter. But I did ask to be transferred to your desk.
Why?
Rex Evans. He gave an interview on ESPN. He said that you gave him courage to come out as the first openly gay football player. I mean, that's monumental. It's inspirational. I mean, you changed people's lives. I could learn things from you. But you could also learn things from me. For example, how to let other people take care of you every once in a while.
That's something I'm not very good at.
Help me help you, Dr. Santino. Surrender, Danny.
Resistance is futile.
So I'll go get you a black coffee.
With a smidge of 2%.
Okay.
Back to work.
Really nice work, Tiffany and Siobhan. Versa.
Hello.
Versa.
Yeah, I like that very much, actually. Good energy.
Versa, I can't see you. I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Okay, let me I'm trying.
No problem. Take your time. Remember to tap on it. Tap on it so that.
I'm tapping. It's driving me crazy.
It's not showing you your prompts.
It's not coming out, yeah.
Like we did before. I think she told you to use the space bar or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay. So while you figure this out, let's go ahead and just give them some notes, some feedback. You want to start with Tiffany specifically? Or Siobhan?
But Tiffany, you asking me?
Yes, yes, first I'm asking you just to give them some
here we go. Thank you for doing that. Yep. Tiffany, I like the way you portrayed Danny. The only thing I want to comment on.
Tiffany and Siobhan, you guys should be on. So she can, yep.
Okay. But Tiffany, you really should have your face in the frame, because like right now you're you're up to here. So I would prefer if you brought it down so I can, because you and Siobhan were coming in and out of frame, and it's very distracting when you do that. But I like the energy and tone that you both took. I loved the kind of interaction, but. And the strength in what you were doing, Tiffany, I like that as well, And Siobhan, I love that, the cuteness that you brought to it and the humor that you brought to it. But you two were jumping in and out of frame. And what happens is my concentration gets changes, and then I feel like I have to pick up and focus on what you're doing again, as opposed to it being this one kind of thought that you're giving us, and I think that's really important for us as a viewer to stay on you, so that but with both of you, see, that's better, Tiffany. I like that, because I can see you and I can feel you and I can connect to you, because I feel that with your face being so covered up to, like to your forehead, it's almost like you don't want to give me everything you've got, if that makes sense. And Siobhan, you had a very sweet energy, and I really liked that, a lot. But just again, stay in frame, because if you're going to do an audition and tape it, casting directors want you to stay in frame. They don't want you bouncing around too much. As long as you're in the frame. And see, this is what you were doing. You were kind of doing that and then coming back, as opposed to, just really focusing on having the conversation with Tiffany/Danny and bringing that lightness to it. It was fun. It was very comedic and fun. Okay.
Good. Really quickly. Just a lot of really great moments there for both of you guys. Definitely, you definitely brought that work up. I believe that you were a boss lady, Tiffany. You have a lot of strength and leadership. I saw your pivot, you know, towards the end where you kind of give in to her and say, okay, there's something about her. And she was giving you a lot, right? Because she did bring, you know, sort of a nice, um, you know, um, very clear in her intention and what she wanted and needed from you, Siobhan. So very good. A lot of really good stuff that you guys were giving to each other. Okay, that like brought the work up even more. But I wanted to say this mainly, Siobhan. We don't do any like this. Okay, you put your hand kind of right in the frame, and you know you don't normally do that, because I know that, you know, I don't teach you guys to do that. So remember, there's no need to put out your hand at an audition or for a self-tape. You know, you can just as nicely say, nice to meet you, or it's a pleasure to meet you. Or if you want to do it, then do it, you know what I mean? Where it's down frame and not in the frame, because it kind of takes us out, right? Because we can see that you're not shaking anybody's hand because we're via Zoom. So you got to make it work. That's why auditioning is a different skill set, just a different way to go about it. Okay. So just be careful. We never want to take them out. We want to keep them dropped in to that this is really happening in real time. So when you do that, you take them out, right? Because all of a sudden they're seeing your hand and nobody's shaking it because nobody can shake it. Okay. So be careful with little things like that. Okay. Okay. Anything, do you want to see them? I'm assuming no. So we're going to move on to the next Versa. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Great job. Yep. Great job.
Yeah, we need to move on because
Yes.
I got it.
Yeah. Versa she's got, her time is a little tight for this evening. And this is how it is for casting and the producer session. They're getting you in and out just like this. Okay. So this is happening in real time. Here we go. Up next is Melissa and Crystal. One second, guys, for me to turn off my camera, Versa and I.
Mm-hmm. If you could turn mine both off.
Okay.
Action.
Nobody called John. I need him to call like 10 minutes ago.
I'm sorry. Maybe I should have knocked. Do you like knocking? Is knocking too intrusive?
Who are you?
I'm Paloma.
Paloma. Okay, how can I help you?
Actually, it kind of works the other way around. I'm your assistant.
Thank you, but I don't need an assistant.
Everyone needs a assistant every once in a while, no?
No, I can arrange my own pens. Thank you.
How do you take your coffee?
I can make it myself.
Low fat skim mix.
I take it black.
Look, I graduated from Northwestern University with a BA in English. It's not my great desire to make you coffee or anyone else for that matter, but I did ask to be transferred to your desk.
Why?
Rex Evans, he gave an interview for ESPN. He said that you gave him the courage to come out as the first openly gay football player. That takes courage. That's monumental. That's inspirational. I could learn things from you, but you could also learn from me too. For example, how to let other people take care of you every now and then.
Something I'm not good at.
Help me help you, Dr. Santino. Surrender, Danny.
Resistance is futile.
So let me get you a black coffee.
With a smudge of 2%. Okay. What is John's phone number?
Good. You don't have to go out when you're done with your scene, guys. Okay, you can just stay on. Okay. And we're just waiting for Versa to turn her camera on. I'll give
Yep.
you, yep, go ahead, Versa.
I was a little confused because I felt that there wasn't enough preparation somehow. There was like with Melissa, you were hesitating with your lines and stuff like that. So I wasn't quite sure about the way you projected that whole scene. How did you feel about it? Did you feel like you had really kind of mastered it?
That take, I was struggling with my voice. My voice is kind of going out, and
Yeah,
I
I
was
thought
focusing on
so.
trying to get the lines right. And yeah, that's that was the problem.
That's what it was, yeah, because there was a lot of hesitations,
Yes.
and you start off all right, and then you kind of dropped and were trying to pick it back up again and drop.
Yes.
But I'm glad you just didn't give up. I like that, Or you could have gone, let's start again, You could have made that choice as well.
Right.
But it's interesting having just seen the Paloma role with Siobhan, and then seeing this is what casting are confronted with all the time. There's so many different ways that you can play that role. It always fascinates me when you see that, back to back, and you can see the difference in the way you presented it and in the way that, Siobhan presented it. And then you can see there was, because your voice kept dropping, then you wasn't the confidence that you needed in the role, your choices were all messed up, but I could see where you were going, which was great.
Right.
It's not easy sometimes, sometimes things don't work in your favor, but
Yes.
I mean, what do you think you could have done better?
Oh, absolutely. Yes. To me, that I've done a lot better. And that was just me not just struggling with my voice and then going, yeah, I could have done a whole lot better.
No, I mean, for you, I mean, seriously, I think the way you presented it, you did well because you kept going, and that shows a commitment to wanting to get it done, and that's great. I love that. Some people
Thank
just
you.
give up and get frustrated, and at least you kept going and try to find the kind of the center of where you're at in the role. Well,
Right.
good. I mean, it's good, for your efforts and trying to pick it up and stuff like that. But
Thank
I think the
you.
role, I mean, do you think the role was more comedic?
I think it did have, some comedic parts to it. And I think it was a little bit more comedic for me.
Great. All right. Well, fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you.
Also,
Thanks,
Versa, I just want to, I think you know this, but the actors, and I'm sorry, guys, all of a sudden I'm having technical difficulties. So my camera isn't turning on at all, even though it showed that it was on. So I don't know if y'all were seeing me at first. As a matter of fact, can you guys tell me? Hold on.
I told you it's Mercury retrograde,
Yeah, totally.
There you are.
You see, you guys can see me, but I can't see myself. I don't know why. So my camera, I've completely like disappeared off of my ability to see myself. But if you guys can see me,
Maybe are you on your phone? Just scroll to one side or the other. You're probably in there somewhere.
No, I'm not. I'm on my iPad, this very expensive iPad that fails me. But anyway, neither here or there. If you guys can see me, it's fine.
So Crystal.
Yeah. And what I wanted to just mention quickly, Versus, remember that in my classes, the actors are all on different levels
Yes.
in their journey as actors as well. I think that's important to know because Melissa very specifically has really, really, really come a long way. So me watching her work, you know, I definitely saw a huge improvement in terms of what she's been working on and working towards. And so.
Yeah, but I could see the difference in her from last time too.
Right? Yep, absolutely.
There's a difference in what you're doing, Melissa, because
Oh,
you're more centered, you know? I mean, even though your voice went out, but you're more centered, and I could see that and I could feel that, you know?
Yeah,
and that's
more
why I
present.
thought, oh, that was good that you kept going, because, you know, that shows your commitment to making sure you want to get it done and finished, you know?
Oh, thank you.
Mhm. Very much so. Okay.
All right.
For Crystal, did you have any notes for Crystal first, or?
Yeah, with Crystal, I mean, I kind of felt that you just needed to be, the role as a boss is to be the boss. And I felt the energy that you were projecting into it didn't have that convincing boss attitude. Did you feel that too? Or were you thinking?
Yeah, I felt it a little bit. Like I felt it like it was wavering kind of in and out a little bit. So
Yeah. And sometimes, you know, is what Josie was saying, take a breath, you know, before you start your scene, so that somehow by breathing into your kind of solar plexus, it centers you, and then you can really kind of take off and run with the role instead of the role running you, you know, and because I think half the choices that people make, they hesitate thinking about it instead of just going with their intuition and just creating the momentum with an intuitive response, you know? All right.
Okay, good.
You haven't, yeah, I mean, I think that's it really.
Okay, good. We're gonna keep it moving, okay? I'm just being respectful of your time, Versa. All right.
Thank you.
So let's keep it, yep, let's keep it moving. We got up next is Hannah and Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's turn our cameras off. Versa, turn your camera off and make sure you mute. And action.
Yeah, just leave the proposal on my desk. Okay. Hey, let me call you right back. Lisa, what are you doing here?
I've literally been waiting for half an hour.
Oh, you have, really? Look, I'm sorry, they didn't tell me you were down here, but what's going on?
Paul wanted to see me this morning, okay? Naturally me, I thought, oh, he wanted to tell me what a good job I've been doing, how ratings are up across the board because of me, and how I'm the only reason anything gets done around this place.
Hey, but you see,
But no, he wanted to tell me how I'm such a viable asset to the company, how he loves that I've been there for the last 6 years, if we're counting, and how he wants to move the company in a different direction without me.
Oh, Lisa.
Yeah, that asshole fired me. Yeah, I pulled him out of that stupid nothing job and showed him what it was like to run a real network. You know, sometimes, man, he could just be such a conniving.
Honey, baby, come here.
No, don't.
What?
You tell me what we're gonna do, okay? We have an apartment, and Jesus, we have private school.
Look, Lisa, calm down, okay? Look, we're gonna figure this out, okay? And you're gonna find something else. You're gonna find something better. Promise. Just relax.
What are you even doing there?
Lisa.
What is so important that you can't hold up your end of the bargain, Grant? We have children, okay? You know, you're so smart, right? You could have done anything that you wanted to do, but instead chose whatever that is.
Lisa, I like what I do, okay?
What do you do exactly? Huh? Oh my God.
Lisa, don't play like that. Don't even joke about that, okay?
All the work that I've put in, they just fired me. You know, I'll see you at home, okay?
All right, Lisa, we can figure this out, baby. Just give me a second. Let's figure this out, okay? Lisa. God.
All right, nice work. Waiting for Versa. Having such technical difficulties. I hate not seeing me, but as long not seeing myself, just to be framed up. I think Versa's having a moment trying to turn on her camera too.
Oh man,
we're doing great.
Windows. Oh, there we go.
Okay, we can see you. Okay, Versa, first on you.
So Hannah, I liked your performance. That was great. I mean, you just popped off the screen with the energy and the vibration that was coming off the screen from you. It was really good. I really enjoyed your performance, and it had all the pieces, the choices that you had coming in together and creating this kind of dynamic, explosive person,
Thank
you know,
you.
which is what that role needed, and you brought all of that to it. So thank you.
Thank you.
And Roosevelt, I liked your reluctance, but there was something in you that I didn't feel you were convinced by the role. I don't know. How did you feel? Did you feel that you owned it, the Duncan character?
I mean, I felt good. I mean, I felt like I was trying, because notes from last week were basically saying that don't give up like control to
Right.
Hannah so much. So I felt like I was just trying to stay in my bubble, but I mean,
Right. And you did. And you did, you know, because you've got this person, you know, who you're playing opposite, who's, you know, bombastic and explosive and frustrated. And like, there's a lot of emotions that you have to contain. And you did that. And you did that. You know, you kind of tried to keep grounded. And I saw that. But there was a moment when I thought, there's a couple of moments where I thought maybe, I think you came in and out of and I could see you thinking about what you were going to do next.
Yeah, I wanna just not to be trying to beat you up, Roosevelt.
No, I don't want to beat
But
you up at all.
no, not at all. There's such a trap to when it's a scene like this, right? Where it's, not a lot of lines and heavy on the other actor. Those are the hardest ones because you
It's
have
difficult.
to. Yeah, they're very, very difficult. And I know your work and you're an amazing actor. But I want you to look back at it, Roosevelt, and you actually get to kind of do this again, which is going to be fun for you tonight because you kind of get to work a couple of times. One, let me go back. So let me tell you all the things that you did that I loved. Okay, so let's do that because I want you to be able to hear that. So I loved your moment before. That's a big deal here at RFAA, that you make sure that you start strong and you end strong. So I loved your moment before. You were dropped in. I felt that you were connected. I thought that you had a good time listening to her. You were listening to her, which is what this scene really entails, is that, the characters, she's not letting you get a word in. And so you've got to be actively listening. What do you do? What do you do in there? There's a pivot, and I want to, and that was a note for Hannah too. I felt like you had nice energy, but I lost the pivot. Like I wanted to see a little bit more of the pivot of like when you decide you're going to snap off on him, like, and what do you do in there, right? Yeah. So careful, because we want to make sure that we're clear, right? That we see what that pivot is. But you had really, really nice energy. But Roosevelt, this is when I didn't see your pivot, and I needed to see your pivot, because all of a sudden she's zoning in on you. She's all of a sudden taking this and now attacking you. Okay. And I didn't see that you as the character, understood that pivot for you as the character. Okay. So that's when it has to be clear, especially because you can't get a word in. Okay. So, and then there was just kind of like, I just felt like a little bit of a disconnection. Like I didn't believe that you were connected to her. Like I saw you and I saw that you kind of, you were in it, you had like, you understood the scene, but I didn't feel like you had your person, Roosevelt. That was what was missing in the work for me, your person. So I didn't feel like you really like she was really your girl or your wife, whatever she is to you. And that was what was missing for me. Okay.
Yeah.
So you get a chance to do it again. So you can just, just make sure that you connect. Because again, actors, you have to, if you believe it, we believe it. So having your person is everything. Okay. All right. Hannah, I agree. Honestly, you came in, I was a little concerned because you came in blazing. And remember, when you come in, then it's kind of nowhere to go with it. But I saw what you did there, where you personalized it and you took it down on the other end. I was like, come on through, Hannah. Okay. Because at first I thought you were starting strong, but you were going to crash right into that wall too soon and then have nowhere to go. But I saw what you did there. So that was really, really nice how you took it to the end. But really, you want to do that at the beginning because you don't want them worrying, like I was worrying that you were coming in too hot. Okay. So it's a little safer to do it on the other end of it. Okay. So, I totally believe that you were this boss lady and that you could possibly be running your own, network and all of that. You're dressing the part, you were nice and strong. Okay. So really nice work. All right. All right, good. Thank you, guys. Thank you. We are now moving on to Tiffany, Janelle, and Rob Bass up next. Let's turn off our cameras and mute. And you can go ahead, action as soon as verse is off.
Okay. All I'm trying to say is that, thank you, sir.
That's your third,
Wow, I didn't know you were keeping score.
I didn't know you needed to get loaded to face your daughter.
Shit. Look, you should try facing her. Shit, you get loaded too.
Look, I appreciate the risotto, Duncan, but I already told you I'm not going back to school. Okay, I mean, your life turned out just fine without a degree. Professionally, at least.
Dad. Okay? Just call me Dad. Like, please. That's all I'm asking.
Dad was the guy that raised me since I was 8. And he died last year of a stroke. Your biology, Duncan. That's it. And you don't have to worry about me, okay? I'm bright. I give good meeting. I'll find a decent job.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the market out there for just over-entitled 19-year-old smart mouse? Because I don't know any job doing that.
You know what? It was nice seeing you again, Duncan. It never takes too long to remember why we don't do this more often.
Oh, wait, what? Hold on. So you can just reduce me to DNA. Oh, but God forbid, I say something to you, and then it's just Look, whatever you might think of me. Hey, sit down. Sit down. Look, whatever you might think of me, okay? Fact is, I'm still your father.
Fine. You want to act like my father? Step up to the plate. Prove it.
How?
Give me a job.
Just give you a job?
Never mind. It's okay. Check, please.
Wait a second. Wait a second. That's it?
Okay, I'm gonna cut.
No problem.
I'm gonna cut. You never want to go that long, actors. Never want to go that long. Okay. Yep, because now you're getting into your own writing, so you never want to go that long into the scene. Okay, so careful, careful, careful with that. Okay, Versa, joining us. Rob, unfortunately, I mean, your voice filled it for me, and I know your work, and it's so fantastic. But unfortunately, you were freezing. You were freezing for that performance.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
I'm so upset at that. I'm so upset at that. You were absolutely frozen for most of the scene. Yep. What is up? We've never had any problems with your Wi-Fi. What's going on with your Wi-Fi?
I'm not even.
You're at a different location?
Yeah, I'm at my set location. We have like a hotspot, so I'm using that.
Oh, it's a bad hotspot. It's a bad hotspot. Sometimes you're better off turning off the hotspot. Have you tried that, Rob? Sometimes no, but can you turn off the hotspot altogether? Can you turn off your Wi-Fi? Turn off the Wi-Fi. Sometimes.
Are you on your phone or the laptop?
I'm on my laptop. I mean, if I do that, I'll probably get kicked out of Zoom.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were on your phone for some reason. Okay. Can you be on your phone? Can you get on your phone, Rob?
Yes.
Because I think you're gonna do better on your phone, to be quite honest. Okay.
It's gonna be
Huh?
It's gonna be just like, turning my camera on and off. It's gonna be a little more difficult, but I'm doing it.
Okay, we're gonna come back to you, okay? We're gonna keep it moving, but let's have you get on your phone maybe, because you're still gonna need to step in for Mimi. So let's see if we can work that out with you, okay? Did he? Okay. Work that out, Rob, and see if it's gonna be better for you on your phone, okay? All right, so first we can go ahead and give Tiffany some notes here. You with this, Versa? Versa, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Versa? She doesn't hear me. Versa, can you hear me? Or am I the one muted? No, I'm not muted. We're having such difficulty.
Can you hear me?
Okay, now we can hear you. Oh my goodness. Okay, yes, now we can hear you, sweetheart. Can you hear us? Versa, can you hear me?
No.
Oh,
I can see your lips move, but I can't hear you.
Oh, wow. Tiffany, Janelle, any?
I hear you. I hear both of you, and I see both of you.
Yeah. I don't know why she's not connecting.
It keeps saying she's connecting to audio, so I don't know if it has something to do with the Bluetooth set you're using, if it's trying to switch back and forth between the device and then the actual Bluetooth.
Can you hear us now, Versa? No? Should I tell her to disconnect her Bluetooth?
Yeah.
One a second.
There we go. Whew.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
It just came back on again.
Okay, awesome. Okay, let's keep it moving. Rob Bass, can we, just in all fairness to Rob Bass, can we just take that scene over again? Because this looks like a way better, oh Lord, maybe not. Rob?
Oh my.
Mercury retrograde.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes.
Now we can.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah, I'm sorry. I just had to get it straight.
No, but you're still frozen. You're
His
still
phone,
frozen.
his phone was
Oh
giving
my God.
more issues than the laptop.
Yeah, no, you're still frozen. It's not gonna work.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry too, Rob. Okay, we've got to move on. Oh, let's first if we can give Tiffany Janelle some notes. And
Oh, I
even
really,
and even Rob.
with Rob, what I saw, I really liked. You know, you've got a nice vibe about you, but you know, everything freezing up every couple of seconds and staying frozen was just, you know,
It
was
rough.
unfortunate, really.
Yeah, it was rough
but
to watch.
I liked your delivery, Tiffany. I really liked that. You had a really nice vibe, and it kind of, you connected with him well. And I, both of you actually, when you were kind of talking together, it was good. It was good to have that, you know, like you were listening and connecting and responding, because you could see that you were actually having a conversation as opposed to it being a little polarized, you know.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, good. And really, really quickly, because I want to give you notes while I can too. Both of you had really great moment before, so really good on that, guys. Tiffany, you started strong. You really made it about you. Remember the professionally, at least that is a dig. And we need to be able to know that you understand copy and that you understand what that moment was supposed to be about. And I didn't feel that you were able to like dig. That was a total dig, and it's got to be clear. No muddy work. Remember, no muddy work. Dad was the dad and who raised me, all that. That was a little like long-winded. Like bring that in more. I would have wanted you to kind of bring that in, okay? And even be a little bit more connected. Don't fake leave. If you're supposed to leave the scene, then get up and leave. It's the other actor has to be the one to bring you in. That's not your worry. You were kind of self-directing yourself. When the scene says you leave, especially if you got to leave because you're done with him. I don't hear you. You're muted.
I wasn't supposed to leave. I was supposed to stand up.
Oh, okay. I don't know what you did there. Did you stand up? I'm just saying, I don't recall. Did you stand up?
Yes, I stood up.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It just didn't work for me. It wasn't strong enough. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't sure. I felt like you weren't sure what you were doing there. So just fill that beat up, okay? Because if you're not supposed to leave, then don't leave. But I just felt even you standing there, I don't know, like I didn't know what you were doing there. So even if you're just standing there, we should know and feel it and be clear about it. And I wasn't, okay? So just a little note there. You laughed at some point. Just for me, if I were directing you, I would tell you not to laugh. At some point you laughed, you know? And it didn't really work for me there. So just kind of careful, because I'd rather you be stoic. Love how you stayed on him. Okay. And that's my note. And I'm not even supposed to be giving you guys notes, but I just want to make sure that you guys get some notes to work on it in case you want to reshoot it and send it to Versa to do. Okay. Okay. Rob,
I just want to say one thing here.
Yes.
I was at a table read with Quentin Tarantino for whatever it was that film. It was a very small table read, and one of the actors did something that wasn't on the page, and Quentin Tarantino went off, like, you know, I don't see your name on this script. Is it on there? I mean, he went off like horribly. I mean, I wanted to crawl under the table myself, but you have to watch those directions, because you may get that reaction from the director, you know, like when you're on set and it says to do this and you're doing something different, and it's not what they're looking for, because sometimes they just want exactly what they've given you. I mean, it used to be when you used to go into the room and you dropped one word, they would never bring you back for, they wouldn't bring you back for a while because they want you to be off book, word for word, particularly the procedures and the episodics and stuff. They don't want you changing the words. They don't want you changing the script. Even one word dropping that one word is a problem. So I just for everyone to understand, that writers, that's why we're getting a writer's strike too. Writers pay very much attention to every single word that's on the page, and it's not our liberty to really change that for them. Okay.
Yeah, I'm very big on that and teaching actors that, like,
Yeah.
everybody's in their lane and you respect the writing. Our
Yeah.
job is to work within the prison of the writer's words. That is our job as actors. Okay, so you work within the prison of the words and you make it work. That's part of what gets you, gives you the chance to call yourself a writer. So, okay, good job. We're gonna go ahead and move on. Okay. Thank you, Tiffany, Janelle, and Rob Bass. All right, up next we have Tiffany Michelle, not to be mistaken with Tiffany Janelle, Tiffany Michelle, because they just want to challenge my whole life. Tiffany Michelle and Chantel doing Danny and Paloma scene. Okay, action when you guys are ready.
Okay, it's not.
I'm sorry. Maybe I should have knocked. Do you like knocking? Is knocking okay, or is it too intrusive?
Excuse me. Who are you?
Paloma.
Paloma. How can I help you?
Well, actually, it's the other way around. I'm your assistant.
No. I don't need an assistant.
Everyone needs an assist every once in a while. No?
No, thank you very much. I can arrange my own pins.
How do you take your coffee?
I make it myself.
Low fat? Skim milk?
You know what? I take it black. And you know what? I don't need your help.
Look, I graduated from Northwestern University summa cum laude with a BA in English. I have no desire to get coffee for you, or anyone else for that matter. But I did ask to be transferred to your desk.
Why?
Rex 7 gave an interview on ESPN. He said that you gave him the courage to come out as the first openly gay football player. That's monumental. That's inspirational. You change people's lives. I can learn some things from you. But you could also learn some things from me. For example, how to let other people take care of you every once in a while.
Sorry. Something I'm not that good at.
Help me help you, Dr. Santino. Surrender, Danny.
Resistance is futile.
So I'll go get that black coffee for you. Okay.
With a smidge of 2%?
Got it.
Haha, beautiful work, ladies, beautiful work. Versa, are you with us? There you are, Versa.
Being challenged tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah. Turn your phone sideways, Versa, so we can see you in the vertical.
I love what you two did.
Oh my God.
Loved everything.
Frozen.
Okay. I'm just trying to get this.
Okay, there you go, Versa. Good, perfect. Okay.
Yeah, just want to say I really loved what you both did. You took it to a different level, and the interaction between the two of you. I don't know, it just worked for me in all ways. You know, you were listening, you were paying attention, the timing was there, you know, the interplay was there between the two of you. It was really, I got caught up in it. And I thought that was, you know, there was an emotion there that kind of hooked me in. So thank you both.
Good. I'm going to just quickly say, really, really nice job. First of all, Tiffany Michelle, we saw you do it earlier, and thank you for, you know, whenever the actors are doing a character and they're playing it twice, I make sure to tell them to take advantage and bring in another version of the character. Tiffany Michelle, you did a great job. This was a different Danny than what you showed us earlier, and you're showing your range, and that's what I want you to always show is your range, because you're an incredible actress. Okay, you are ready to be series regular right now. Okay, Telly, you showed your behind as well in the best way. This evening, you know, just like Versa said, you guys really, really, you know, I mean, really set it off. I mean, it was really nice energy. It was totally believable. Tiffany Michelle totally believed that you were this leader who was also a hot mess, having, you know, a nervous breakdown in the middle of a midlife crisis. It even aged you. Okay, you looked older. Okay, and you had some really beautiful moments there that I really just enjoyed watching you. I was completely dropped in. Telly, this was some of your nicest work. You were so comfortable in your skin. I totally believed that you were a boss in the making, that you were going to be right in her position just any day, because you are in that position as a vice president, and you know how hard you had to work to get there, Telly. And so you remembered that girl. Okay, and it played, you were so comfortable, and I totally believe, and I would totally cast you, both of you, in these roles. It was totally believable. Okay, love how you took your time, Telly, because like because it has to be believable when you say, but you can learn something from me too. That has to come off and has to be believable. And just the way that you took your time and you dealt with her nervousness, and you as the actor didn't feel rushed and pressed to play it any other way. I felt like you were very much in control, but you also understood your position at this time in your career as the character. Just be careful when you say that's when you see that she gives you what she wants because she's resisting you. Just make sure that you celebrate and that you see that pivot when you realize you won. You got her. You got what you came to do. Right? Because you don't know if she throws you out or if she doesn't, you're not supposed to know, right? So you have to make sure that you show us that pivot where you realize like, yes, okay, so we've got to see that coming from you. Take in that you won. So that was a big no, okay? Take in that you won, okay? Really nice job, ladies. Really, really nice work this evening. Okay, great. Let's move on. Up next, we've got Rhea and Roosevelt. Let's go.
Thank you, dear.
That's your third, you know.
I didn't know we were keeping score.
And I didn't know you needed to get loaded to face your daughter.
Hey, you should try facing her. You get loaded too.
You know what? Thanks for the risotto, Duncan. But I already told you, I'm not going back to school. Okay? And you don't have to worry about me, okay?
Dad, okay?
No, you turned out just fine. Professionally, at least.
Dad, okay? Call me Dad, please.
Dad? Dad's the guy that raised me since I was 8 and died of a stroke last year. You're biology, Duncan. That's it. And besides, like, you don't have to worry about me, okay? I'm bright, I give good meeting, and I'll find a decent job.
Yeah. Tell me something. What's the market out there for overindulged 19-year-old smart mouths, huh?
Nice seeing you again, Duncan. You know, it never takes very long for me to remember why we don't do this more often.
Wait, hold on. You could reduce me to DNA, but God forbid I open my mouth up about you and you know what? Look, wait, sit down. Sit down. No matter what you think of me, I am still your father.
Father? Fine. You want to act like my father? Then it's time for you to stand up and prove it.
How?
Give me a job.
Job. With me. Hmm.
Yes, yes, yes. Nice work, nice work, nice work. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Yep.
Wow. Roosevelt, I really felt you kind of, that was a really great, nice performance that you just did. You know, I felt that you resonated with everything. The words on the page just lived in you, you know, and you made them come alive. And I really liked that. You know, you made some good choices. You were listening. You know, it was terrific. It was really a very different take to what I saw earlier of you. You know, this felt right. This, you kind of wore the coats, sort of, so to speak, you know. It's really good. And Rhea, I really liked what you did too. You had me jumping off my chair, you know. It was like, wow. Like, you, both of you had such a great interaction. The chemistry was there, the reactions were there, the choices that you made were really good, and very believable. Really enjoyed that.
Good. Yeah, I agree with everything that Versa said. You guys should both be feeling great about that audition. Rhea, you did some really nice work. I just think maybe just be a little careful. It was kind of a little whiny for me, so be careful with that. You know, just be careful. You know, that's definitely a color that you and I discussed, that I wanted to make sure that you guys playing this characters to, keep in mind she's lost her father. It's only been a year, that she could be experiencing some, sensitivity to this man showing up in her life and all of a sudden feeling like he has the right to call himself dad, right? So I saw that you put in that color into your work. Just be careful, right? Because I think you have to find the moment where you get emotional. If you started emotional, you kind of rode that feeling all the way through. And I just wanted you to be really, really careful with that, because it was a little bit too much. I saw the choice and you don't want to show your choices. I saw the choice and I saw it all the way consistently, even though you were doing it well. The director, producer probably would call you back, or at this point, it's the network. So they'd probably give you some notes to kind of move you away from making it so prominent. So yes, I love what you did, but I could see how I would have directed you just a little differently there. Really, really nice energy. You filled it from the beginning to the middle to the end. You were consistent with being connected to him, and yet never forgetting that it's always about you first. I loved how you listened when he gave you the first dig, like, you would too. I saw him hurt you. I saw that it hurt you. That was such a good moment. Okay. And so that was really nice how we saw it. It was subtle, but I felt it. Because those are mean words. Those are mean words. Professional. Just remember, you want to hurt him back. Okay. I didn't feel like you heard him back. That was what you're doing there. You're not just saying, remember, the words are not gratuitous. So you're not just saying, professionally, that is, you're too nice. Okay. No, you're hurting him back. Hurt people hurt each other. And this is what's happening with them. Okay. And you're learning from the best. Okay. So make sure that you understand that beat. Just great listening. Acting is all about listening and responding, and you did just that Rhea, it's so good. Okay, so really, really nice work. You brought all kind of colors to it. Okay, Roosevelt, again, really nice work. This is a Roosevelt. I know this is a Roosevelt. I, put my money on. You filled it. You filled it. You brought a lot of color to it. I felt the digs, but make sure that you're also, letting her affect you too, because it's both ways. Okay, so, but really nice work, both of you, really nice work. Okay, thank you guys. Okay, moving on, let's go to, up next is Hymeria, otherwise known to me as Mimi, and Dan, I'm sorry, Danon is not here, right? So we're gonna do, okay, so, oh my God, let's hope Rob, has Rob's, okay, Rob, can you talk to me? Can we just do a mic check? 1, 2, 1, 2?
Yeah. Yes, I'm about to do that real quick. I'm not freezing or anything right now. The way I'm moving, good. We're good so far. Yes, no, maybe so. Can you see me, Miss Josie?
You know what? I wasn't going to break your heart and tell you that you are indeed still freezing, because you are. But you're kind of in and out. Rob, you're in and out, and we're gonna still use you because at least we can still hear you. So your sound is coming in fine, but you are still, but I need you to use that, everything that you're feeling, experience, excuse me, with this technical difficulty and this technical challenge, I need you to drop it in the work, okay? Because even though you're freezing, we are getting kind of little bits of you, so stay in it, use it, okay? Use it, just drop it in the work. Drop it in the work. All right, here we go. And action on y'all.
That's your third,
Well, I didn't know you were keeping score.
I didn't know you needed to get loaded to face your daughter.
You should try facing her. You would get loaded too.
Look, I appreciate the rebuttal, Duncan, but I told you I'm not going back to school. Your life turned out fine without a degree, professionally at least.
Dad. Okay? Just call me Dad. Please, just call me Dad.
Dad was the guy who raised me since I was 8 and who died of a stroke last year. Your biology, Duncan. That's it. And you don't have to worry about me, okay? I'm bright. I make good meeting. I'll find a decent job.
Really? So what's the market out there for just over-entitled 19-year-old smart mouse?
Yeah. I see you, Duncan. Never takes long to remember why I don't do this more often.
Wait. So you can just reduce me to DNA, right? But God forbid I open my mouth and I say something to you, and then it's just what? Look. Wait. Sit down. Look, sit down.
What?
Okay. Whatever you might think of me. Okay? Fact is, I'm still your father.
Fine. You want to act like my father, then step up to the plate. And prove it.
How?
Give me a job.
All right.
Really?
Sure.
And cut. Good, 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 good. Good work. Good work, guys. Rob, we were able to get some of you in there, so glad you stayed in. You were frozen, and God bless you, Mimi, for being able to try to work through that. Okay. Versa.
You know, what's fascinating to me is that I'm actually going through this whole scenario with a friend of mine whose daughter is estranged and she hasn't spoken to me in a while. And so the way that these roles are being portrayed, you know, hits home in for me. And I mean, I really loved what you're doing. I mean, it was the pauses and the hesitations and the kind of the way that you interacted together, I thought was really interesting and really good, you know. And like for Rob, for me, you just froze a tiny bit, you know, like it was almost like you'd be here and then you'd be there, and it'd be like a nanosecond, and somehow there'd be like the beginning of a word would drop out or something like that. But you could still get the tone of what you were saying that still came across, and the way that you were conveying the role was great. Both of you, you know, you both had great energy and great chemistry together, and very believable. Yeah.
Thank you.
Rob, you were, you know, on and off for me too, but you were reminding me of my Clubhouse days. When it was all about just listening to the voice, and it's powerful though. That's why I felt like Clubhouse was such a powerful tool to explore, because we should be able to close our eyes and be dropped in, because acting is about activating all of the five senses. And so listening and being able to be moved in that way just by a person's tone is so part of the process, and something that, is not being taught. But back in the day, that was very, very important to teach actors, to be connected and connect to all of the senses. And it should be a visceral experience always. Okay, so that was really, really nice in that way, Rob, that no matter what, it could not be denied that you were indeed very connected and very much in your feelings. I experienced anger and hurt and disappointment, and you needing to kind of control yourself, okay, in those moments when you were having technical difficulties, okay? And so that's hard to pull off. That's very hard to pull off. So bravo to you. Okay, yes, absolutely. You still came through. Mimi, it is, so beautiful to watch you work. You trust yourself, Mimi, and I want you to trust yourself even more, okay? So I felt that, you were very much connected to the pain and to the disappointment in this relationship. Okay, you were connected to it. And when you're connected to that truth, I don't know if this is something that's like true to life for you or not, but when you're in it, when you're dropped in, you don't have to do a lot with it, because acting is from the inside out, not from the outside out. And when you're connected to the truth of it, then you don't have to do a lot. Right? So I loved your stillness. I loved your stillness and your ability, and you wanting to connect with him. Now, I do want to tell you to just kind of be a little careful with that, because sometimes it'll read as though you're not doing enough. Because acting is all about, acting for film and television, Mimi, it's all about energy, energy, energy. So, and now, because acting has changed tremendously, okay, and so I see this happen a lot of times when actors want to feel like they're doing less acting and showing that they're acting. And so, actors have gotten into this trap of doing less, but it is a trap because sometimes it reads as though you're not doing enough, right? So there's an energy. So what I'm going to work with you on very specifically is making sure that you're finding that balance. Okay. And it's really tricky because I'd rather see you do more at the audition and have them bring you down than if you're not doing enough, they're going to always say no first. Get it? They're going to always say no first. They're just not going to take the time on you. But if you can, because you're still really a sophisticated actor. So even if you did more for Mimi, it's still going to read. It's not going to make you look like an over the top actor. And I know that that's what you're trying not to do, Mimi. Okay. But I'd rather see you give more and then you're going to give them more to work with. And then they're going to be motivated to say, you know what, that she's really good. You know what, Mimi, let's have you do it again. Let's just have you bring it down some. And it's, you give them something to work off of than playing it too safe. And then it's not enough because the girl coming in that's giving a little bit more energy, she's going to seem like might be more dropped in and committed. Her stakes might seem higher. You see what I'm saying? So it's like a really tricky balance. You have solid training, you have solid instincts. Just now we've got to kind of pull them up so that they're vibrating at the same level. Okay. But really nice moments, really subtle. And I saw you and I see you and I felt you. Okay, so just some subtle adjustments there. Okay, really, really beautiful work. All right, all right. You're welcome, sweetheart. Okay, moving on. We've just got 2 more couples, so we're almost there. Okay, so up next is Karina and Roosevelt. Let's go. Go ahead and turn off your camera and mute.
Yeah, guys. Yeah, just put it on my desk. I'll be back up in 1 second, okay? Hey, baby. What you doing here?
I've been waiting for half an hour.
Wow. I'm sorry, dude. They really just told me you were down here. What's going on?
Paul called me into his office today. And naturally, stupid me, I thought that he was going to tell me what a great job that I was doing, how ratings are up across the board because of me, how I'm the reason that anything at all works around there because of me.
Right, babe. I would love to hear this story, but I really got to.
No. Instead, he wanted to tell me that they've been lucky to work with me for as long as they have, that I've been an asset to the network, but that they've decided that they're going to go in a different direction, specifically without me.
Oh no, Lisa.
That asshole fired me. I found him, me. I pulled him out of that stupid nothing job and showed him what it was like to work for someone who knew what the hell they were doing. From day one, he has been a conniving piece of shit.
Whoa, honey. Look, come here, baby. Come here.
Don't tell me what we're going to do. We're going to lose the apartment. Jesus, private school.
Babe, look, calm down, okay? We're going to figure this out, okay? Look, you're going to find something else. Baby, you're going to find something better, all right?
I don't even know what you do in here.
Come on, Lisa.
What is so important that you can't live up to your end of the bargain? We have children. Don't you get that? He's so smart. You could have done anything you wanted.
Lisa, I like what I do, okay?
And what is that exactly? I'm going to kill myself.
Don't even play like that, okay? Don't do that.
They fired me, Grant. After everything, they just fired me. I'll see you at home.
Wait, Lisa, wait.
Okay, good. Good. Let's talk about it.
I could say it's a trifecta for Roosevelt.
That's right. That's right. Yep.
I would have liked to have seen more energy from you, Roosevelt. Somehow, I think that it was a pretty dynamic role, and I felt that the energy level could have been increased. That's all from you. Did you feel that too?
Yeah, I felt it was pretty low.
Yeah. And you've got, having seen you in the previous one, I can see that you've got more capabilities, and I want more of that. What you're holding back is what I want,
That's right.
And, when you're a casting director and you're seeing hundreds of tapes a day, it comes immediately to your mind that something is missing, and you want that dynamism, you want that. The silence is intense, but there's no words being spoken. That's what you're looking for, and you've got everything going for you. You just have to apply it. Because I've seen it now, I want more.
Okay.
It's like, give me more, show me the money. That's what I want, because you got it all there. And it's just about applying it and really kind of like connecting to your anger and showing, that mood that you want to project, to connecting to it and just showing it, Anyway, with Karina, I just want to say you need to do voiceover. If you're not doing it, you need to do it. You've got a very wonderful, magical voice. And I think you really need to, as soon as you started speaking, it was like, I'm there. I'm like right there listening to you because you're clear. You've got your energy kind of is like in that every single word that you spoke. I could feel the energy that you're putting into it, But definitely look into doing voiceover because you have a great voice, for that. And everyone here really should look into doing voiceover because you've got really distinctive voices, and that's what voiceover is about, But I liked your performance. I thought it was good, really good. And I don't know, I think everyone's getting better and better as the night's progressing because I think, you're getting into the vibe of what you're doing and connecting to the roles that you're portraying. So thanks. You're really good, Karina. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Let me talk about it really quick. Roosevelt, I felt actually that you started off really nice with some good energy, but I felt like you dropped it along the way. So I felt like you came in nice and strong. And remember how I always tell you, you have to start strong and you have to end strong. And, sometimes because you have to get them at hello. So I felt like you had us at hello, but then you kind of lost it kind of towards the middle. And again, if you could have saved it at the end, then I think it would have been good, but I felt like you didn't save it at the end. You know what I'm saying? And I know I don't I want you to be careful with that because I think part of it is I feel almost like you're blocking yourself. Like you feel like there's not enough in there for you, but it's not true. Acting is when you don't have any lines. That's when you're really acting. And that's the real test of an actor. When he doesn't have any lines, he or she doesn't have any lines and they're still feeling it. Again, that's when the editor will cut from the actor who has the line to the actor who doesn't have any lines, because that actor is so much more stronger in their moment. So it's very, very, very important. Okay, sweetheart. Be surprised she got fired. I felt like you missed that moment. Like you already knew she was going to get fired. Remember, it's got to be the first time each time. So that's a moment that I didn't see you hit right there. Calm down. Really, have you seen her like this before? I didn't feel like you'd ever really seen her. Remember, this has to be like in terms of your state, the first time that you've seen her like be so upset. So like you really have a reason to calm her down. It doesn't matter what the other actor is giving you or not. You have to fill your purpose, okay? Come on, Lisa, mad, come on. Oh, come on, Lisa. it was muddy. I didn't know. And this is kind of where you kind of felt, I felt like you kind of lost your connection because I felt like you started strong. I was like, come on now, come on, you know, come bring it. Uh-oh, why is my laptop not charging? It says it's not charging. Hold on. But anyway, we're almost done. We're almost done. So again, just, you know, I want you to look back, video don't lie. So look back at your performance and see where you could adjust. And if you want to, you can always redo it and then send it to Versa so that she can have a nice, strong, lasting impression of you, a more consistent impression of you, because that's a role that you absolutely can do. Okay, so don't absolutely don't talk yourself out of these roles. Okay, remember that's just the scene that we're seeing. It's a whole TV show or movie, whatever it's based out of. Karina, I didn't feel that this was your best work tonight at all. Okay, I've seen you work, and you know that I'm gonna tell you how I see it. So I know your work. Were you reading off the screen?
Mm-mm.
No. Oh my God, it's happening. Sorry. We're gonna deal with my dog. I'm barking for a second. I did. So careful where your eyes are, because I kind of felt like you were having a hard time dropping in those first few moments. Did you?
Yeah, I was double multitasking. I was helping with Versa's camera. And that I shouldn't have.
Wow, in the middle of your audition?
No, I was just turning her camera off right before our audition. So it took me a second.
Yeah, that's not good. This is your moment and you've only got, this is your 5 minutes of fame. You can't be doing that. So don't do that ever again. Okay? Because at the end of the day, it's on you and it's your lasting impression. You got to take off. You've worked hard for this. You've been working on it. And I felt like you were kind of moving. I felt like it kind of read almost as though you were nervous. I felt like you were making it about the words, and we know it's never ever about the words. I felt like you were really struggling to like kind of drop into it. And remember, you got to get them at hello. Getting into it midway and towards the end, it's too late. They're already gone. They're in their heads about what's going on with their day, what else they got to do. You don't have time. Okay, you don't have time. And so you kind of, you lost that opportunity. You didn't get them at hello. And I'm I'm a stickler about that. Land that specifically with me, specifically with me. There's a line there or something. Like, you got to land that. That's what it's all about. It's all about you and you getting fired. You have to personalize that. And I felt like, I felt like you never kind of got connected all the way. Okay. I'm glad that Versa thought that you had a great read. Like, I want her to really see when you're really on fire. Okay. If she likes you now, this is fact. If she likes you now, she's going to love you.
She was different to last time.
Yeah. She's going to love you when you're on fire. So I'm not mad at that. Okay. But I didn't believe when you said, I want to kill myself. I didn't, and they just fired me. You got soft. You made a choice to kind of get soft. And I didn't see where it was kind of coming from. Okay. So I want you to look back at it. Okay. Again, I'm happy Versa was impressed. I'm here to tell her that she ain't seen nothing yet. Okay. All right. All right. Thank you for that, sweetheart. And I think I gave Roosevelt his notes. Okay, so here we go. Last but not least, we've got Tevin and Rob, and let's pray that the Wi-Fi gods and the connection gods are working with Rob. Okay.
Rob wanted me to do it with Tevin. He said he had.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Well, let's go. He probably got so frustrated. We know Rob. Okay. Yeah. So here we go. Tevin and Roosevelt. Last but not least, here we go.
Vodka. Yeah, that's me right there. Yeah, right here. Thank you, baby.
That's your third year now.
I didn't know who was keeping score.
I didn't know you. needed to get loaded. Picture set.
Hey, just try facing her. You get loaded too.
Look, I appreciate the Rosetta token, but I told you, I'm not going to school. I mean, you're turned out great. Without a degree. Professionally, at least.
Dad, okay? Call me Dad, please.
Dad?
Yeah.
But was the guy who raised me since I was 8. And died from a stroke last year. You're reality talking. That's it. You don't need to worry about me, okay? I mean, I'm bright. I give good meeting. I'll find a decent job.
Tell me something. What's the market for self-indulged, overindulged, 19-year-old smart mouse? Huh?
Really?
Really?
You want to go there? Next thing you're talking. Makes me think. We don't just option.
Wait, hold on. Wait. So you could reduce me to DNA, but God forbid I open my mouth up about you? No, wait, hold on. Sit down, okay?
What?
Look,
what,
no matter what you think of me, I am still your father.
Father?
Yeah.
When I ask my father? That's step up to the plate. Prove it.
How?
Get me a job. Just get me a job. Well, you know what? Thank you for your time.
Cut. Woo! Let's go, Tevin.
Wow.
Let's go.
Roosevelt, these are roles that you are born to play. You know, when you've got fire in your belly and you've got the words to match, then you're on fire, man. Really, truly.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that was really good. But with Tevin, you need to slow down because it seems like you're in a rush. And there's a lot of emotion that's swirling around. So to make your point, you got to make people know that they can understand you. And the only way to do that is to slow down your words, because when you rush them, the meaning for the words disappear. And it becomes like, what did he say? What did he say? You know, and I think that's something that you want to do a really great job, and you want to get it out real fast. So all you need to do is like put the brake. You got to kind of manage it like this. You got to put the brake on the accelerator for the emotion. No, you got to put your foot on the accelerator for the emotion and the brake to temper it and to create the tone that you need to get your point of view across. Like, who are you? Why are you in this place? You know, like the who, what, when, where, why, how is really what you're looking for. The how and why are you there? Like, you know, we're all angry, and sometimes we can, you know, the frustration that we need, we can either slow it down and really get into the kind of the moment and hold the moment for the tension, or we can talk fast and furiously, but we also need to understand you. So I get where you're coming from, because I saw that you were trying to convey that emotion, which is exactly what that scene needed. So in that, I thought, you know, everything else was good, but just slow it down, because it shows that you're really engaged in the role. Does that make sense to you?
Yep.
Did you feel you were rushing?
I felt like I was rushing.
Mm-hmm.
and I needed to get the words out.
Yeah, I
You slow
know.
it down a bit.
Yeah, you did towards the end. You did slow it down. I saw that. But you've got presence, you know, you can see you've got presence. So you know, it's good to just, you know, like let the words speak for themselves through you, as opposed to you thinking, I've got to get through this as fast as I can, you know, because then I can make an impact. But I think if you let the words flow through you more, you know, you'll get the impact we made, you know, because you're standing in your strengths and you want the combination of that and for people to understand what you're saying.
Okay.
Okay, so really good. I'm gonna, I'll start off with Roosevelt. Yeah, Roosevelt, you know, this is a great part that you could totally be cast in. You know, I felt that, yeah, just careful, you know, that you, because you know that this is a part that that's good for you, that you don't get into just kind of, you know, just like mailing it in a sense, because first of all, right now you have to deal. I absolutely implore you, if you are lucky to have an audition with somebody like Tevin, okay, if you're lucky to have an audition with somebody like Tevin, then you have to take it in. Okay, and it cannot be the same relationship in the same way that you played it with whoever you played it with before. Okay, so there's no secret, Versa, and it's Tevin allows me to openly talk to him. You know, Tevin has autism.
Yes.
Okay, so you have Roosevelt, you have in front of you an actor who has autism. You deal with him where he's at. You know what I'm saying? If that is what's in front of you, this actor, and you deal with him. And I didn't see you deal with him. I didn't see you deal with him. There were moments where he gave you gold that would have broken anybody's heart or made anybody kind of, you know what I'm saying, sort of rethink their position. Okay, so I really want, because we've seen you do it now, and I felt like you got stuck in the way that Roosevelt had sort of worked on playing this character, as opposed to you like really, you know, going with the flow and what Tevin was, you know, presenting, you know, as your son. Okay, so that's the only note I would have really wanted to see you play. Careful with the, I don't know what, God forbid. Do you have a line where you say God forbid? Or maybe that's how he responded to you.
God forbid I say something about you.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, something there that I wanted to see you play off more when you got to God forbid. Also careful with that glass. You brought it in, and I felt that it's because you as the actor didn't know what to do in the moment. So you gave yourself busy business, but that business has to make sense. So it took me out. I was like, why did he pick up his glass right now? Like it just didn't go with the flow. Okay, so just careful with that, okay? Yeah, my note at the end was careful playing it cool. Like, careful with that, just because, this was a different situation. And it's obviously so. And we were presenting it as though he was cast as your son. So you got to deal with it. Okay. Okay. But nice, some nice moments in there. Tevin, I couldn't wait to talk to you. Okay. So you did so good. You continue to get better and better and better. And I'm so proud of you, sweetheart. Okay. So, but I'm going to keep it real with you because I want to make sure that I get you ready for real time. Ain't no time to be cute about it. You want to work, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's right. So, so careful, because you still you know, you love being mad at somebody, don't you, Tevin? You love being mad. Like, can nobody get mad like Tevin can get mad? Okay. We feel it. Everybody feels it. Like you're gonna cut us with that knife if you could. Okay. So yes, that's a strength of yours, and you know it, and you've learned to sort of hone it, and sort of kind of bring it down some so it doesn't look so active, but it's still you showing us your work. So be careful, because it cannot be that one note. You gotta decide when you're gonna come in and slice them, you know, and stab them with that knife. You know what I'm saying? It can't be throughout the whole scene. So you've got to find other colors to kind of bring in, right? The hurt, the disappointment, the holding it together, and you're not going to be mad at, you know, all this other stuff. So again, I want to see more of that. And this one last thing, I want you, because you tend to rush it, because I think that you think you're going to come off, you know, stronger, as a stronger actress. I think this is what's happening, right? That you think that if you can kind of talk faster, that it's gonna kind of, you know, make all the other stuff disappear. It's not. You need to not be afraid, Tevin, to deal with the moments where you get stuck, you know, because of your challenge. It's okay. If you don't, you have to not be afraid of what happens if you get stuck and the words don't want to come out. Don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid, because I think you have to, you know, find a way to work around it, period. Okay, babes? And the only way you're going to do that is just kind of keep rehearsing it and working on it. But yeah, being careful that you're not rushing so fast through the scene and giving us a chance to like really see you experience, you know, whatever it is you're experiencing. Okay. Okay. And lastly, I want you to watch the son on Breaking Bad. I believe he has autism. He's got and the actor in real life, that is. Okay. And how he works his moments and his beats. Okay. So I want you, yes. So I want you to really watch and study his work. Okay, Tevin, for motivation and inspiration. Also, I want to say The Good Doctor has some, it's an old show. It's not on anymore,
No, it's
right?
on. It's on.
No, so then it's not The Good Doctor. Is it The Good Doctor? Where the doctor, the main character's got, okay.
The young kid. Yeah,
the young kid. Okay, I want you to watch his work too, very, very specifically, okay, and how he goes about. And I want you to watch him more so for their choices, okay, and how they play. I want you to like pay attention to their rhythm, you know, and all that other stuff, okay? I think that you can really use them as a great source to like study. All of us can use them as a great source of study. They're so freaking amazing. They're amazing actors, just like you are. Okay, but really, really nice work tonight, like holding it together and not being all over the top and doing way, way too much. Like I felt like tonight, you did a really good job of like keeping it all together. Just give us more colors.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Really, really nice job. Both of you, really nice work. We have gone through everybody. If everybody can go ahead and turn their cameras on, we're gonna
I gotta go in a minute.
Yeah, let's just hear a final word from you, Versa, and we're all gonna go.
Final word for me, moi.
Just one word, that's it. No, whatever final words you want to say, we're all gonna be done for this evening. Let me just say this to you, actors. I'm super proud of you, man. I'm super proud of you. You all did really, really great tonight. You know, I'm excited to see what you're going to be doing next. I'm excited to hear you tell me that you got booked, you know, on an indie, on a television show, on a commercial, whatever. You guys are doing really, really nice work, and it showed this evening. Okay, so I hope you all leave here feeling super, super proud of yourself. Okay, we are on a journey, right? We are just journeying. Okay.
Yeah.
And you guys are putting in the time and the work, and you should be super proud of you, because I am.
Yeah, you should all be super proud of yourselves. You know, what's interesting for me is seeing everyone here. It's like everyone has a strength. And everyone's, you know, the thing I felt all along, I could feel the work, and I could feel, you know, what it takes to be an actor and to really push through stuff that you maybe not always wanting to push through. And vulnerability is what gets you through to the other side. And sometimes that other side is a 100-foot wall, and sometimes it's a glass door that you got to break down. But I could feel all of that emotion tonight, and it was such a joy being here and sharing these moments with you. And, you know, look at your strengths. You know, there's a lot, every single one of you has a strength, and it's phenomenal to see it pop on the page, like boom, you know, and it's like, don't ignore me, you know. And so,
that's good.
Yeah, really, each one of you. I know some of you were like, oh, I don't know, but I think even that is really a good thing, because it shows that you're thinking about things and you knew what you could have done. And that's, to me, shows a work in progress. And that's what we all are, no matter whether you're an actor or a human being. We're always a work in progress, you know.
Amen.
And keep it up, you know, keep true to your faith, keep true to the belief that, you know, you're here to do this, and that's important, you know. All right.
Awesome. So no pressure whatsoever.
No pressure. But
no. Wait, hold on. No pressure whatsoever. And all of you know that Versa's my girl. But Versa, there are a couple of actors here who can stand to use you as their manager. So as you're led, but you know, here are some wonderful actors, and I'm very, very happy to have had you and to present them to you. They made me super proud this evening. And you know, I just wanted to be clear that, you know, there are a few, not all, but a few that are looking for management. So if you're interested, you know, you can reach out. All right.
Absolutely.
All right.
But the good thing is, the difference in the 4 weeks is huge. And that's why I say you all have the strength. You know, you went from, yes, this is fine, I'm working towards something, but then you arrive in that moment, and then you come alive in it. And that's what's important. If you come alive in it, keep going with that feeling, you know, and you know, and move with what you're feeling, connecting it to the words, and that's how you get people's attention. Because then I can't ignore you. How can I ignore you when you're so good, you know? And all the reps will say the same thing. Casting will say the same thing. You know, win the room as much as you're winning that audition. When you win the room, they'll bring you back over and over and over again. A lot of casting officers are very kind and will bring you back in. You may not be right for that particular role because your energy, you look good. Who knows? I mean, you know, we're not psychics, so we don't know what they're thinking, and they don't know what they're thinking half the time anyway until they see it. When they see it, it's unmistakable. So be that unmistakable person that's going to really knock them out and get booked. So
love that.
Thank you for allowing me the time and the space to be here, and the best of everything to you all. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Thank you.
Versa, thank you so much. I love you. I'll call you in a second. All right. Bye. Good night, everyone.